Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, I appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to check out today's video. And guys, when I say that, I really do mean it, because man, I'm telling you what, the last year or so, YouTube has been very tough for bass fishing YouTube creators. I've talked to a bunch of my friends, including myself, and everybody I talk to say that views are way down over the past year on bass fishing YouTube channels, simply because there's so many dang bass fishing YouTube channels. It's like everybody now has got their own channel, and there's only a limited amount of people that watch bass fishing videos. So thank you very much for coming by Intuitive Angling and checking out the video and spending some time with me. Me and my family really appreciate that. Guys, today we're going to be talking about bladed jig colors, and specifically I want to show you guys some of the most coolest colors I have ever seen in bladed jigs that a company called Nova has come out with. And I'm going to show you these colors, and I'm going to talk about the applications and scenarios they work in. I don't get paid from this company, guys. This is just, I'm just sharing something with you that works. I've been using this Nova Earthshaker bladed jig for the past 2 or 3 years. Love the thing. It's my favorite bladed jig, and they've got more color options than anybody. So I want to talk about that a little bit. And then I also want to just have a general conversation about colors on bladed jigs, and just sort of the rule of thumb that I go by, how I select my colors. So we'll get into that. Also, guys, big thank you for everybody that's taken time to hit that subscribe button out there. Really appreciate that. Just free and easy to do so if you haven't. It's a good way to support the channel. Also, guys, if you want to go to the next level on Intuitive Angling, you can be an Intuitive Angling channel member. Channel members get private videos every week that are not seen by the public, access to my email address for your fishing questions. So just go to my YouTube homepage and hit the join button or membership for that. We also got Patreon and everything. And one final thing, guys, we're getting into swim bait season. And this, guys, if you want to fish a little swim bait like a 2.5 or 3 incher, try this Mega Bass Okashira jig head, guys. This Okashira head is the best swim bait head that you can buy. It's got a nano-coated round hook. It's got a really nice wire keeper on it. Fish head design. It is just the most, it's the best jig head that you can use for a small swim bait. So I'll put that in my Tackle Warehouse link in this video description. So thanks for fitting up with the plugs. Much appreciated there. Okay, guys, here it is, man. This is the Nova Earthshaker bladed jig here, and I want to talk about some of the colors. And also, guys, they don't have these at Tackle Warehouse. I'll just put that Nova website link in the description of the video if you guys would like to try some. But actually, I've got 5 or 6 that are new colors here. And the thing about this Earthshaker and the Nova deal, they have got more color options than any chatterbait or bladed jig company out there. And I want to talk about some of the ones they got here. Now, first of all, I'm colorblind, so I can't tell you exactly what colors they are. I can guess, and I can get most of them right, but I'm going to show you some of the colors here. Then I want to have a little conversation on color in general and my rule of thumb about how I choose colors. Now, here's the first one, guys. This has got, I'm guessing it's got black and some white and chartreuse in it. Good looking perch color here. This is one I haven't seen much before. This is the one I really like here. I'm guessing this is some like, it's like sort of a baby blue lavender, so a little bit of chartreuse, and I'm not even sure what you call that other color in there, maybe sort of a tan. But guys, this thing is freaking looks awesome in the water. I mean, you put, just some type of a sort of a pearly looking trailer on it, really good shad imitator, but it has a little bit more color with it. Then you got this one right here. This is, I'm guessing this is like a blue with some green pumpkin. Now this to me, guys, would be an excellent perch color. You could put like maybe like a chartreuse trailer on it or something like that, or a green pumpkin trailer with dye the tail chartreuse, and you'd have a nice little perch pattern there. And by the way, for the most part, bladed jigs are designed to replicate either perch or shad as far as the color options. Here's sort of one, it's like, I guess this is a green pumpkin, but the shade of this green pumpkin is different. I've never really seen one like this. So this is a little bit different, probably something fish haven't seen very much. Here's one they called it the Black Mamba. This is like a black chatterbait, a shiny black chatterbait. To me, would be really good like at night fishing or in muddy water, but that thing is black as black can get there. I've never seen one quite that black before. And then the final one, guys, this one is it's just a white with some type of green pumpkin in it. just some different type of shad pattern. And guys, they have a bunch of other colors too, so you can check them on that website. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the colors, what the color options or the colors that you want to use. First of all, most bladed jig companies, chatterbaits, jackhammers, or whatever, they've got 2 or 3 colors that everybody uses. Everybody uses like a white chatterbait or a white and chartreuse chatterbait or a green pumpkin chatterbait. Those are the 3 colors that you see in the big retail chains, and that's the colors that everybody fishes. So one of the things that you have to remember, and this is something that I figured out about bass about 20 years ago, is that color per se is not as important as to a bass as far as generating strikes as it is to give them a color they've never seen before. That is far more important. It's like if you can come out with a new color that the fish haven't seen before, even if it doesn't make sense. I mean, like this one right here, what the heck does that even look like? But it's something different that they don't see moving through the water all the time. They react to that and they bite it. It's like I have seen some of the craziest colors work before you never would think. So that's why I stay away from the retail store main colors. I'll tell you a little secret about bass fishing here that I do. If I go into a retail store, like a fish and tackle store, and I look at the predominant color patterns, like on a spinnerbait or chatterbait or something like that, I stay away from that. That's why I hardly ever use like a straight white skirt on a bladed jig or a white and chartreuse skirt or a straight green pumpkin, because everybody fishes it. So don't ever underestimate the fact that trying some different color like this, it makes a huge difference. Okay, now when you're talking in terms of color, it's like you've got to have something to start out with. Now, my whole deal as far as on these bladed jig colors, it has to do completely with water clarity and light intensity, how I choose it. And there are some rules of thumb that you can go by. So say for example, this green pumpkin looking right here. I guess this is green pumpkin, I'm colorblind, but something like this is gonna be good in some cleaner water, obviously like that. So when you want to get a bladed jig bite going in a little bit cleaner water, do go to the green pumpkins. The green pumpkins they're natural, they're more neutral. Bass just bite them a little bit. So I use a green pumpkin bladed jig if the water visibility is like greater than 3 feet. That's sort of my rule of thumb. Okay, now if the water visibility is, say, between that, it's sort of in that 2 to 3 foot range, which is very common in that period there, that's when I want to use something that is not super bright, but something that doesn't blend in real good. So that's where I'm going to go to something that has a little bit more color in it. I don't want it super, super bright. I want it standing out a little bit, something that has some color into it, but I don't want it to blend in too much. So for example, if I went to like 2 foot of visibility, instead of using this straight green pumpkin that's a little bit more obvious, I may go to something like this that's got a little bit more color in it. And like I said, the color per se doesn't matter as much as just having some accent colors that stand out a little bit better. And then if I'm going into dirty water, say I'm fishing a bladed jig and water visibility less than 1.5 feet deep, that's when I'm going to the brighter colors, something that really stands out in that dirty water, even the black, something like that. That's sort of what you have to think about in terms of your color selections. As far as the category of lure colors, you've got lure colors that are neutral, and then you have ones that are in between neutral, and then you got the bright colors. So there's gradients to that. So that's how I select it. Now, another thing to consider is I gave you guys a water clarity guide that I go by, but water clarity can change in terms of how a bait looks in the water based upon not only your sunlight intensity and your light intensity, but by the angle of the sun. So the cloud cover or lack of cloud cover, or the type of cloud and the density of that cloud, all creates a different type of light intensity in the water that you have to adjust with your colors, including wind and time of the year and time of day. So all that stuff factors into it. But ultimately, guys, bladed jigs like this, anything else, it's a matter of experimentation. If you're getting a few bites on a color, try a different color to see if something's working, and always keep in mind to try to use colors that fish don't see very often. That makes a huge difference. So hope it helps out, guys. We'll talk later.